Sooner or later, every single one of us ends up here, at a crossroads. And look, this isn't about what job to take next or where to move. It's way, way deeper than that. The real question is, are you building a life that's truly yours, or one that's based on what everyone else expects? Let's get into it.
Just for a second, forget all the noise and ask yourself this one thing. Are you chasing money, or are you chasing something more? Something the Japanese call Ikigai. How you answer that? Well, it reveals which of two profoundly different paths in life you might be on. I want you to think of your life as being presented with these two fundamental paths. One of them, it leads towards real purpose, real fulfillment. And the other one, well, that leads to that quiet, nagging emptiness that so many of us spend our lives trying to outrun. So let's break them down. On one side, you've got the empty path. This is when you're following a script that someone else wrote for you, chasing the validation, the money, the status. You're basically a puppet. But then on the other side, you have the purpose path. This is all about following your own internal compass, about writing your own story and finding that Ikigai, your real reason for being.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds pretty clear on a slide, right? But in real life, it's messy. It's confusing. The wrong path doesn't come with a giant warning sign. So, how do you actually know? How can you tell if you've accidentally wandered down that empty path?
Well, it turns out there are signals. There are 6 pretty powerful warning signs to look for. And please, don't think of these as failures. They're not. They're flares. They're your own life trying to get your attention.
Let's start with a feeling I think we all know. It's that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach when Sunday evening starts to roll in. The weekend's over, and that week you really don't want to face is staring you down.
And that feeling is sign number 1, you live for the escape. It's when your entire week is just one long, painful countdown to Friday, when your vacations stop being about joy and become about desperation, a desperate escape from a daily reality you can't stand. That right there is a huge, huge signal.
All right, let's do a quick thought experiment. Imagine you're at a party and someone asks you, so what do you do and why do you do it? What's your gut level, completely honest first answer? No fluff.
That brings us to sign number 2. Your why is external. If your honest answer is about the salary, the prestige, or what other people will think, then your motivation is coming from the outside. And that's a well that always, always runs dry, because that water was never really yours to begin with.
This next one's a little quieter, a little deeper. It's that little question that creeps into your head when you're on your commute, or maybe late at night when the house is still. That little whisper that asks, is this really it?
That whisper is sign number 3, a persistent sense of unfulfillment. It's not usually a big, loud crisis. It's more like a low-grade hum of dissatisfaction in the background of your life. It's the feeling that even though you've checked all the right boxes, you're not actually being the person you know you could be.
I want you to think about the last big decision you made. Your job, a relationship, where you live. What was the real engine behind that choice? Was it a genuine, deep-down desire, or was it something else? And that something else is sign number 4. Your choices are driven by should, not want. I should take this job for the security. I should stay in this town because my family expects it. A life built on a foundation of shoulds is a life designed by a committee of other people, and you're not even in the room. Okay, think about someone you know. Maybe an artist, a teacher, a small business owner, anyone who just seems to love what they do, even if they don't have a ton of money. When you see them, how does that honestly make you feel? If you feel a little pang of envy, that's sign number 5. And notice, you're not envying their stuff or their status. You're envying their aliveness, their fire. That feeling is a powerful clue that points directly to what your own soul is starving for. All right, last one. Does it ever feel like you're just going through the motions? You know, like you're saying the right lines, you're wearing the right costume for your job or your social circle, but none of it feels real? And that is the final and maybe the most telling sign of all. You feel like an actor in your own life. You perform the role of the successful professional, the good son or daughter. But when the curtain falls and you're alone, you don't even recognize the person in the mirror. It's the ultimate disconnection. Okay, let's just take a breath. If any of that resonated with you, and I mean if it really hit home, then you're probably asking this exact question right now. If that's the wrong path, where in the world is the right one? And this is where we shift from the problem to a really powerful alternative. It's a concept from Japan called Ikigai, and you can think of it, quite literally, as your reason for being.
Now, Ikigai isn't some vague, fluffy idea like follow your passion. No, it's actually a practical framework. It's the sweet spot, the very center where four things intersect: what you love to do, what you're good at, what the world actually needs, and, this part is crucial, what you can be paid for. It's where passion meets purpose and practicality.
But here's the most important thing to get. Finding your Ikigai isn't a one-time thing. It's not a final job title or a destination you arrive at. It's a compass. It's the tool you use to give your life direction, to help you navigate your choices, and to pull you forward, especially when things get tough.
Which brings us all the way back to you. Back to that crossroads we talked about at the very beginning. The empty path or the path of purpose. It's your map, it's your compass, it's your journey.
Mark Twain said it best. The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. We all get the first day, but discovering that second one, well, that's the whole adventure.
So I'm going to leave you with a little twist on the usual question. We're always asking, what do I want from life? Try flipping it. Instead, ask yourself this: what is my life asking of me? The answer to that? That's your compass.